Hi, Assalamualaikum and very good evening to our dearest doctor. In this video, we will present for our project management case study. For this case study, we have chose the project from Chemical Engineering Student Society, CHES, which is Chemi Dinner. Our group consists of 4 members. First is Muhammad Azim Hilman bin Resyidi with metric number 211997. Second is Muhammad Azrul Hisyam bin Azmi with metric number 213222. And third one is Muhammad Idzlan bin Azmi with metric number 212655. And the last one is Muhammad Hazim Haziq bin Lokman with metric number 213172.
Thank you, Azrul. So for the introduction, we have selected the Club Chemical Engineering Student Society, CHES, for our case study. Chemical Engineering Student Society, CHES, is a student society under the Department of Chemical and Environmental Engineering, DPM, which was established in 2000. The Chemical Engineering Student Society, CHES, is an undergraduate discipline club for all chemical engineering students at the University Putra, Malaysia. Every year, the Chemical Engineering Student Society CHES organize the Chem E dinner, which is the highlight of all activities that are undertaken in the Department of Chemical Engineering. The dinner will also serve as an official ceremony to acknowledge chemical engineering final year students who will graduate and enter the workforce. The dinner apparently happened at Bangi Convention Center on June 11, 2022 with the budget 10,470 ringgit. So next for homework 1, we start with defining. ChemE Dinner's goal is to encourage each student in Chemical Engineering Student Society, CHES, to develop their one-on-one communication skills. Besides that, to build positive connection with each student and staff members of this club, and to understand and respect their attitude, behavior, and values. There are program specification. A program called the ChemE Dinner is frequently organized each term. The purpose of the dinner, which was hosted especially for students, was to further strengthen the relationship between the staff and student of the Department of Chemical and Environmental Engineering. The dinner was held on June 11, 2022 from 7:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. at the Bangi Convention Center. The Faculty of Engineering, Chemical Engineering, students and staff are all took part in the event. Additionally, there will be 180 participants overall, including students and lecturer, and the fee of 55 ringgit per person. So next, for planning, as a program director, Akmal Haris created a task team management system. In example, he was appointed Adiba Humaira and Muhammad Fikri to be his assistant director. So the advantages of the team task management system is to assist people, team, and organization in keeping track on their work and ensuring that no details are neglected. This is especially useful when there are a lot of work to do or communication is challenging. Program director also responsible to plan, develop the project idea, create and lead their team, and also monitor project progress and set deadline and solve the issue that arise. So next, a schedule with the start and end dates, duration, and resource for each task is created for the planning phase by the program director and team. After accounting for the general expense, including gift, equipment, souvenir, and contingency, the treasurer Soh Min Lun estimates that the budget for the treasurer will be 10,470 ringgit. Then they conclude distributing all the resource, including human resource, financial resource, equipment resource, and technical software resource. He performed some risk management also before starting the project by identifying possible risks, classifying the level of risk, prioritizing which risk to work on, assigning an honor to a risk, and preparing for risk before they become issue, and reviewing risk progress. So next, during the execution phase, they create and prepare a project status report that describes the overall progress of the dinner in relation to the expected dinner plan. It includes accomplished work, a plan for what's next, a description, and the project budget and the timeline. Next, this is done to ensure that the dinner is complete within the specified time limits to then and avoid the difficulty from the emergency and to keep all committee members updated in the progress. Next, the closing part. Next, rather than mainly conducting a post-mortem, the program director perform a feedback method that will be applied early in the project. So this stage is used to evaluate how well a project accomplish their goal. So this evaluation can help identify what is project and initiative. Issue may be found early on the rectify based on document review and feedback. So additionally, this phase, the effectiveness, which is project, survey, invention, or initiative achievement, its goal is evaluated. So finally, the program director hosted a small wrap party for everyone who participate in the Camp dinner. The reason for holding this party is to acknowledge and celebrate the achievement after managing this event effectively. So CHES mission are to support students' health, well-being, academic, and personal success in the field of chemical engineering. At the same time, strengthen the bonding between the stakeholders, which is student and lecturer in the department. So besides that, CHES also aim to enhance the vibrancy of student life in university and provide its member with a holistic university experience. CHES also is target to provide a source of liaison between student and other engineering discipline and the university. And for the dinners, For the KME dinner is a strategic project. Strategic management in the ongoing planning, monitoring, analysis, and assessment of all necessity an organization needs to meet its goal and objective. Change in business environment will require organization to constantly assess their strategy for success. The strategy management process help organization take stock of their present situation, chalk out a strategy, deploy them, and analyze the effectiveness of the implemented management strategy. Strategy management process help an organization and its leadership to think about and plan for its future existence, fulfilling achieve responsibility of board of director, and also strategy management set a direction for the organization and its team. Next, strategy management also monitor the organization activity, resulting in greater operational efficiency and market share and profitability. For homework 3, the organizational structure for CHES is a functional structure. Functional structure is what they employ in their organization. A functional structure is corporate structure that divide a corporation into section based on skill. So the next is culture. Culture for this CHES is the behavior of senior and junior students in the culture that chemical engineering student society adopt. It is important to consider a number of key factors such as development, language, gathering, conversation, decision-making style, and communication. So next, the public document culture. For the example, incorporate vision statement and annual report. They are focused in on understanding networking and telecommunication system for final year student for their academic achievement. Next, for overall success, collaboration, effort, performance, and integrity. They communicate honestly and openly with another. So for homework 4, this is our work breakdown structure, WBS, for Camp dinner. So next, this is our club's budget for Camp dinner. The total project cost is 10,470 ringgit.
Alright, for homework 6, which is project network. Project network can be divided into two categories, as we can see in slides. First is activity on node or AON. Second is activity on arrow or AOA. This case study, it will use activity on node or AON. Before we construct the AON, we need to identify and determine the network information first. In the slide, it is the network information for Chemi dinner. From the network information, we can construct the AON. As we can see on the slides, this is AON for Chemi dinner. The legend stated below is to identify the data. To construct project network, we need to identify the description first. Then we'll insert the duration in the duration box. For this case study, we insert 12 days for the duration of engagement planning. For others, it will follow its duration respectively. Then we will settle the upper boxes first, which is ES and ES box. For ES box, we need to put 0 since it will begin on day 0. For EF box, it will follow from the duration box. For the example, we put 12 days in EF box since it takes 12 days to complete. The previous EF value will bring into the next EF box. EF is actually duration plus ES. Then late finish is equal to EF. For late start, it is from late finish minus by duration. Next, we can get the total float or slack by minus late start with ES or minus late finish with ES. Then we can construct the system and Gantt chart by using all the information from the previous AON. For the system network, it is consists of a few elements which are description, start and finish date, ID, and duration. Also for the Gantt chart, it is consists of task name, duration, start and finish date, late start and late finish date, total slack and free slack, and also Gantt chart.
Hello there. Today I'm going to present homework 7, which is regarding time constraint project for the dinner. So the resources has 30 students and the duration has 59 days. The engagement planning has 2 students. Form a community is 2 students. Approval of paperwork has 2 students. Venue management has 4 students. Transportation management has 2 students. Confirmation of guest attendance is 2 students. Event management has 4 students. Rehearsal has 4 students. A dinner has 4 students. And a postmortem has 4 students. The total student that involved in this project is 30 students. After determining the number of students, next we can proceed to arrange the box accordingly, based on the time interval of the project. As we can see that the yellow box is referred to the form of committee, and the number of workers is 2. Another example is planning engagements, so the number of students involved is 2. That's all. In leveling smoothen graph, the venue management for day 32 to 64 has been moved to day 80 to day 112. to ensure that the venue management team can work together with event management team, rehearsal team, and also post-mortem team in order to make project run smoothly. And in day 32 to day 64, it can't exceed more than 4 students. In the leveling smoothen graph, the engagement planning from day 8 to 24 has been moved to day 24 to day 40 to ensure that engagement planning can be made after forming a committee in order to make students more understand about what they are going to do in this project.
So for homework 8, we need to make a cost duration trade-off based on homework 6, where we need to find the total direct cost, total indirect cost, and sum of the two direct and indirect costs. Then compare additional costs. For that, we need to calculate the maximum crash time by shortening the activities. After we are done calculating the cost duration trade-off, now we can make the summary cost by duration table. From the table, we can generate the project cost duration graph that contains the direct cost with the blue line, in indirect cost with the orange line, and total cost with the white line by adding the direct and indirect cost. As you can see, the vertical yellow line is the optimum cost time point where we obtain it from the lowest total cost, which are 11,980 ringgit at the project duration day 47.
At first view, it appears like finishing the 3 phases of the project, which is evaluating the project's performance, management of the project, and also conducting project. However, without a systematic closure procedure, it is possible that important aspect will be overlooked, resulting in a confusion and never-ending project and unsatisfied client and also liability concerns. This procedure allows for the forwarding of the relevant information from the project for future use, as well as tying up any loose ends linked to the project and ensuring that resources are transferred. Moreover, project closure allows us to avoid making the same mistakes on the future projects, and objectives such as having final products or deliverable without dedicated support and resources, failing to identify the team or individuals who will own and maintain the solution after the final delivery, and creating liability issues to the late payment contracts or deliverables. It's critical to be methodical in your approach to make things easy for everyone who might need to access information later. That's all.
An advantage that is essential to guarantee that the project can be done properly and that all of the work can be accomplished in a timely way is that the fact that Akmal Haris bin Rahman is the program director for this firm. A program director inspire committee member to work hard because of their positive personalities, open minds, and friendliness, which motivate them and give effort in the program. Secondly, to ensure that the project has a clear timeline and that the events program has been prepared, the organization has a reliable tentative timetable. As can be seen, each step in the sequence is connected to the others. For instance, if we require someone to handle the project documentation, we must first form committee members before we can organize and distribute the duties among all the committees members in the organization for the project. Naturally, if something has strength, it must also have limitations. The fact that this project's principal purpose is not clearly articulated is one of its drawbacks. The main objective of this project should be to enhance interactions and relationships between the teachers and students themselves. Students who don't want to participate in this project are often forced to serve on committees, which result in them not finishing their work by the due date and put them behind on their assignments. Additionally, we are aware that the organization's culture is deficient and hinders the efficient execution of all tasks. The project culture that fosters collaboration, high level of individual motivation, and the ability to swiftly recognize and address issues that endanger project work has not actually been developed. Since nothing ever does exactly as planned, someone must be able to refocus the project or change its course as needed. This organizational weakness could have a bad effect on the project.
Okay, for the suggestions, improvement for the future project is first is to apply the HRM practices from the beginning stages. Second is to clearly identify the role and responsibility of individual. These practices will avoid clashes in the process of work. And third one is to develop the individuals to increase the knowledge of the committee. This is considered as critical as each individual needs different types of knowledge based on his job description. And four is need to full understanding on the objective of the project. And the last one is use the tool of cloud-based to manage the communication in a professional aspect. They will enable right engagement with teams. Moreover, this tool will improve the project management and structure the activities.
So in conclusion, the project management is a plan that tells someone what to do and to ensure that the progress of the project will go smoothly according to the plan. And it will help someone to be a dedicated person in this field, because in project management, we work together as a team and help each other to ensure to gain customer trust. Project management also teaches us to step by step on how to implement the things that we need to do in order we are not going to lose track while investing in this project. That's all from the presentation from Group 1 for subject project management. Thank you.